Hi guys, it's Jennifer Don Gabiola, and welcome back to my video series, 20 Looks and Outlooks for 2020. I hope you're enjoying this series, and today I'm going to be talking about Look 4 and Outlook 4 for the series. So just as a quick reminder, the purpose of this video series is to help you feel really deeply aligned with who you are from the inside out, so you can really thrive in your life and business in 2020 and really beyond. And especially if you're an introvert. If you're an entrepreneur and also an introvert, um, I'm also an introvert and empath and HSP. So my hope is that this video series really helps you get some inspiration on how you can show up and be seen in a way that feels really true and authentic to you, because that's really the secret to creating sustainable success. Okay, so let's get to it. So look 4 is this cute and comfy poncho. So let me show you. It has this cardinal design. So let me show you the whole outfit. So it's long, and I'm using this belt to cinch in the waist, but it's really cute and long. Okay, so let me get this over here. All right, so I'm calling this look Ray. And like I mentioned, each outfit has its own name, has its own identity. And for this one, I was really curious to know what the spiritual meaning of cardinal was. So I tied that into the outlook for today. So what I wanted to talk about today was how you're born to be powerful, wealthy, and blessed. Okay, so in doing some research on the spiritual meaning of cardinal, I found this site called universeofsymbolism.com. And so I just want to share some of the insights they had. They talked about how your true power comes from your essence, and trust your flow and also the greater flow of life, because there's a natural rhythm. So if you allow yourself to sink into that and flow with that, your life gets easier. And they also talk about how your life is sacred, who you are is sacred, and that it's important for you to emanate this love for yourself, and your inner spirit will shine. They also talked about how you're a spiritual messenger, that, like what I had mentioned in a few videos now, how you are being used as a channel to really shine and glorify you, because being you is really an act of service. And it also mentioned that your presence is meant to be strong, because the more that you know yourself, your presence will be felt. And the last thing that they mentioned, which I really love the word, is benediction, which is a blessing. So I talked about how you're blessed, and benediction literally means to speak well of. And so they were saying that speak it into existence, like take a leap of faith, speak it into existence, because you are already blessed. So I found this to be really timely and synchronistic as to the theme of this video series, because how I'm tying these looks and outlooks. Why am I tying style with some positive outlooks for the year? Is because for me, this how we're talking about the cardinal means connecting to your essence. That's like the secret to unlocking like your success is that how you build a really strong foundation. That is how I have really unlocked my own success, is allowing style to be a really sacred practice for me to express my inner spirit from the inside out. Like having that, giving myself permission to have that discernment to know what I'm drawn to, what I like, what I don't like, placing weight on that, and um, again, my desires, um, what I don't like. It's just this permission to liberate yourself to know what you, um, more of who you are and what you're drawn to. That practice really helps you to create a really strong foundation to know who you are, what your voice is, the fact that your voice has a weight. And so, like I mentioned before, like I'm naturally a very private person. Um, I like, I really enjoy my quiet time as an introvert. And so style has been my way, and I'm going to go deeper in my story in a bit, but style has been my way to find my voice. And so that's why I wanted to tie all these looks and outlooks, sharing these looks to help you get some inspiration. That like vintage is a beautiful way for you to share your story, and these outlooks and tying them to what you wear, because what you wear truly, it's an adornment. For me, what I realized that style is so profound is that it's a physical reminder of the beauty and the power of who you are, who God created you to be. So to me, I see these pieces as a sacred adornment. It's a sacred expression of who you are from the inside out. um, and that it's deep, but that's really how I look at it. And again, that's how I've allowed myself to show up and shine and express myself, because I know inherently that this is a sacred expression of me, and me showing up is bigger than just me. It's me. I'm hoping that me showing up is inspiring you, especially if you're an introvert, to show up creatively in a way that feels really right to your soul, where you're feeling yourself, like you're feeling your vibe. And that really allows you to express yourself fully, because the more you do that, the more you're going to resonate with the right people. And just to share a little bit more about my story, I've shared this a few times in the past, but that was really my saving grace when I had experienced a really dark turning point in my life many, many years ago. Um, when I had lost my job and got sick, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Um, Being at that such a low point, I really felt lost, because I put so much of my validation in external things like my job, my image, getting other people's approval. And when I lost all those things that I thought I needed to feel a sense of self-worth and identity, I was I was forced to really look within. And style, it wasn't so much about shopping really. It was about, again, giving myself permission to be drawn to what I thought was beautiful, be drawn to things that lit me up, be drawn to things that gave me a sense of joy. And it's that act of like connecting with myself. That's why I always talk about how, in my book, The Spirit of Style, how God gave me this acronym that style is spiritually translating your life's essence. And so during that time of my life, I felt so lost, but I instinctively allowed myself to move towards things that lit me up in my spirit. And slowly, I began to um, find my way back home to myself, really. And that's actually how I started my entrepreneurial journey. I started off, I got this divine download to share, um, put my personal poetry that I would only just write for myself, but I got this download to put my poetry on t-shirts, and that's how I started my journey. And then, but the message behind my shirts was always about empowering women, and it evolved into coming full circle with my skills in branding and design and marketing, still empowering women, but specifically I specialize in helping introverted women, leaders, who helping them really to own their quiet voice and their fierce power to build brands that make a big impact. So all that to be said, I didn't have a master plan to get here. My journey, 10 years of being an entrepreneur, has been very organic. And it's led me leaning into what lights my heart up, what lights my soul like on fire, moving in that direction through through using style as a sacred practice to connect with my inner spirit, has led me to create sustainable success by being me and serving by being me, and creating sacred commerce and serving people. And just tie it back around to this topic about power and wealth and blessing. It's your birthright to unlock that power within you, and that power is not outside of you. That power is within you. And so that's what I'm hoping with this series helps ignite something in you, so you remember who you are on the inside and give yourself permission to show up and be seen, because that's how your people, the people you're meant to serve, are meant to show up in that way when you show up, right? And the other part of this is about wealth and how I talked about sacred commerce. Like me growing my business organically, like I am so grateful that I have made the money I need to continue to grow and thrive. And that's what I want for you, is to know that you, being yourself, you have the ability to not just survive, but really to thrive. And so this way, I always talk about the turtle way. It's possible for you to, create financial success by being you and moving at your own pace. Because that last word, that the meaning of cardinal benediction, you're blessed. You're blessed. And the more that you can believe that, and to know that God is using you, and that you showing up and you adorning yourself with beauty, you unlocking and tapping into that beauty on the inside, that energy, that magnetism is going to organically and energetically attract the right people to you, right? So if this resonates with you and you'd like to go deeper on how you can really unlock that powerful presence in you and really show up and stand out by being you in your business, so you can attract the right people, I invite you to schedule a complimentary discovery call. You can send me a private message or email me at info@dawningsoul.com. And if you're interested in this piece, this vintage piece, it's a part of my Gabiola vintage collection. And I hope that whoever receives this piece, it really, when you wear it, that it reminds you of who you are and who you're born to be, and that you express a sense of pride, and that the message, the meaning of the cardinal helps remind you of that you're powerful and that you're born to be wealthy and blessed. So in the comments, I'll share more about the details for this piece. And as a reminder, a portion of the sales from this video series is dedicated to Kobe and his daughter, Gigi. And a portion of the sales will be going to the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Foundation, and also the Mamba Sports Foundation, to help further Kobe and Gigi's legacy in youth sports. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I love this topic, and I love how God is using me to share, so how you can see your life as a beautiful sacred expression of you, and that is an act of service. So I will talk with you next week. Bye, guys.